Hello, my friends. It's me, the MetaVerse Explorer. Some breaking news coming out recently from the Solana conference and some other news coming out. Google has come out and says that, hey guys, we're going to be running a Solana validator. And of course, because of this, partnership and kind of partnership announcement, Solana starts spiking like 15%. But we'll take a look at the graph and see if Solana is spiking by itself or if like the entire market is moving, right? So let's have a look at this a bit more. So Google Cloud. So it's not just Google, it's Google Cloud, which is like a sub company of Google. They're saying they revealed that they will become a Solana validator. This is great news, right? Solana has had a few issues with its validator services. There was one company outside in Europe somewhere that came out and said, hey, we don't want any validators, any crypto on our cloud services. And so Solana did lose a little bit of validators, but now Google Cloud has come out. The firm also announced an array of new products that is integrating for the blockchain network, and this is specifically for Solana. Ethereum already uses Google Cloud, so this is no great feat here. Like Solana isn't doing anything else that's way better than Ethereum at the moment. But hey, price spikes, right? It's gone up 15% to $37.10, which is it's something, right? Let's take a look at the charts and actually see what the changes. We can look at the top 11 coins here, and Matic is creating some really big news at the moment, and I'm going to make a very specific video on what Matic is doing in 2022 and what we expect in 2023. Going back to Solana though, we can see like this is everything priced. This is using CoinGecko, everything priced in the last 7 days against the BTC, and we can see BTC is 0. It's just one BTC is one BTC, and we can see that Solana actually isn't performing that well. So only actually up 7.5% against BTC. We can see Ethereum is actually down in the last 7 days against BTC, down 1.9%. But you compare Solana to Polygon, Solana getting all of this conference news coming out and all that stuff. Polygon is still making way more waves in crypto. And of course, Polygon is up nearly 20% compared to Solana's 7.5% against BTC, not against the US dollar. All right, let's move on. This is me, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Crypto News Today. I try and keep you updated. I try and keep myself updated in crypto. And so I thought I might as well create some content out here for a lot of people because, it's every time you go to sleep, you wake up and there's something new that's happened in crypto. So every day I try to keep my mind on it, see what's happening, just to get the little bit of extra edge. And of course, some of these times, some news is really good news, some news is not great news. Sometimes there's no news at all to cover, but I try and cover what I can. All right, let's move on to the rest of Solana news. So Solana Breakpoint conference is still happening at the moment. There will be some further announcements coming up. Lots of videos have been uploaded. They say there's Solana CEO Anatoly Yakovenko who's saying, we want to synchronize the world at the speed of light. Now remember, Solana and Anatoly and also SBF from FTX, they're saying we really want to run the world's financial services on Solana, okay? At the moment, Solana has a low TPS, well, not low compared to every other crypto blockchain out there. Solana has probably the highest TPS at the moment, running about 4,000 TPS non-voting transactions. So these are actual people, actual wallets, 4,000 transactions per second. It is the highest of all the crypto, but it's still low to run the entire world's financial services. Maybe one company's financial services, possibly. Okay, let's look at some quick takes from Tim Copeland. Solana Labs CEO Anatoly Yakovenko looked at what the Solana network can achieve if it can overcome its challenges. Now, there have been some really massive challenges for Solana. It's had some really bad growing pains. It first went off, shot up out of nowhere. Lots of people came. It got a whole bunch of users onboarded into it. But the ecosystem wasn't ready. There was lots of metrics that weren't ready. The infrastructure wasn't there yet. But they're slowly starting to actually build all of this out. One example is a secondary client called Fire Dancer by Jump Crypto. They are a huge, so a client, another validator client is really helpful because when everyone only uses one client. So when one client, so far in Solana, when one client goes down, Solana is pretty inaccessible. So now if you have two clients, it gives you another road into Solana when one goes down. It's just like the infrastructure building. It takes time to build all of this stuff out. He said the network has fixed many of its problems. Another one of it is like its uptime and of course the bot problem. The bot problem they fixed a lot. What they did was they instituted like localized fees, and now there is also the uptime problem where a lot of the validators. There was one recent. We have had 6 recent downtimes in Solana, but they've quickly solved all of this. This is a growing pain, right? When Ethereum first started, there were so many issues. Let's not kid ourselves. It has 4 things to solve, right? And they've listed it down below. But let's go ahead and move to our next topic for today, which is Ethereum gets even closer to full censorship by being OFAC compliant. So what does this actually mean? When most of Ethereum validators are based in America, okay? America companies run these validators and push these transactions. And so because they're in America, they have to abide by American laws. When America laws like the official, like the Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC, come out and say, hey, we don't want any of you guys to be interacting with this wallet or this account because it is helping nefarious activities. Whatever the reason is, right? Whatever the reason is. Some of these companies have to comply because their lives are in America. They have to abide by the law. So because of this, they censor some of the transactions that come onto the Ethereum blockchain. Like they'll know there's a transaction there that needs to be sent to the blockchain. They will not send that transaction to the blockchain. And so it could be like you, me, waiting for a transaction to happen. It'll never go. Now, they are 73% all the way to having all the transactions being censored. This is a big deal, right? Censorship basically means that it's not really decentralized. It doesn't matter where the nodes are. It doesn't matter what anything is. Like if you can't send your transaction, it is fully centralized. It is fully fully not centralized at all, right? The meeting of OFAC compliant Ethereum blocks on a basis has grown to 73%, adding to the community's growing censorship concerns. This is a massive issue for people in Ethereum, okay? At what cost? You know, you want to get everyone in America in, you want to bring in all the money, but at what cost? They have to follow American laws, okay? The best thing to do is to like get out of the system entirely. Go to another country where you don't have to be OFAC compliant. But of course, countries have to work together. So this is no easy thing to try and fix, right? This will take some time. And this is an article by Arijit Sarkar. Let's move on, shall we? Vitalik, the god of Ethereum, it's not good to put everyone on a pedestal, but and we see what happens when you put people on a pedestal, right? They disappoint you. But Vitalik has been going super strong. He detailed a really extensive timeline for the Ethereum blockchain. What's going to happen? So far, we've had the merge, which is right at the top there. And this is like this timeline is incredible, guys. So we know there's going to be the merge, the splurge, the scourge, the verge, and then the splurge after that. Now, all of these things have all of these little timelines have objectives, have subjectives in them. So the merge has completely been finished at the moment, where we are now looking to do the surge. Ethereum has merged to the proof of stake blockchain. We went from a proof of work blockchain to a proof of stake blockchain. So the surge at the moment, the goal of the surge is to get 100,000 transactions per second and beyond using rollups. And of course, they've tried to say all the different things that you can do there over here. This is what we're looking at right now. And then after that, the scourge. The scourge is you ensure reliable and credible neutral transaction inclusion and avoid centralization and other protocols. You know what the scourge is trying to combat? It's trying to combat the OFAC compliance. Okay, it's at 73% now. They better hurry up with this scourge because you gotta fix the decentralization issue, or at least the centralization issue. Okay. After that, we go to the Verge, and the goal of the Verge is to verify blocks. Verifying blocks should be super easy. Download a number of bytes of data and perform a few basic computations, and you verify the Ethereum blockchain using ZK Snark technology, zero knowledge proofs. Okay. And after that, let's move on to the next one, which is the Purge. The Purge, you simplify the protocol, eliminate technical debt, and limit costs of participating in the network by clearing old history. So this is like pruning the entire network, just making it streamlined, making it smooth, making it as tiny as you can. And then of course after that is the splurge, where you try and just fix all the extra issues that have come around because of this, because of that, or just little quality of life improvements here. So you can see this whole technical roadmap is huge. It's ginormous. Each of these purge, splurge, merge have little objectives in them, and they've been working super hard. This is why Ethereum is number 2, right? This is why no other altcoin, that's why Ethereum isn't an altcoin anymore. There's no other altcoin that can even come close to take a breath of Ethereum. No way. Look at this. Ethereum is just going fast and going well. I think I need to get some more Ethereum. Some of mine is on Celsius at the moment, and I am I'm out in the dark here. I need my Ethereum from Celsius. Am I going to get it back? I don't know yet. We'll have to find out. Okay, let's move on. Some smaller news, ladies and gentlemen. LooksRare, which is an NFT marketplace, has now come out and says they're going to be an NFT aggregator. So first off, you go from a marketplace where you can buy and sell based on the people only on that marketplace. Going to an aggregator means that they get all the buy and sells from other exchanges, and then they bring it to LooksRare. So you don't have to go and sell your item anywhere else. You just come to LooksRare, and then it's going to have all the other marketplaces. So this is just like the next step. Everyone is going to be an aggregator. There's no point going to be one single marketplace, because someone else who's an aggregator will have their own marketplace and also will have your marketplace. So why would I only use this one marketplace when this site has all the other marketplaces, and I can sell one item to not just this group of people, but this group and this group and this group and this group? Does that make sense, right? Aggregators are probably the future. And the next kind of narrative in the NFT marketplaces is the fees of them. So Magic Eden at the moment is going down to that 0% creator fee, and there's a lot of people that are not having it at the moment. So let's look up here. You can see the price of it against BTC. It hasn't been performing any better than BTC. If anything, it's probably safer and way more secure to be holding BTC. What's the plan for them? They're saying the initial implementation of the aggregator will allow bulk buys on LooksRare, along with added convenience of being able to buy bulk NFTs from OpenSea direct from LooksRare website. You'll also be able to mix and match if you like. So, right, OpenSea's NFTs are available on OpenSea, and now you'll be able to buy OpenSea NFTs on LooksRare. So, there's a whole bunch of this mismatching, cross-matching stuff that's going on. This is how the space is going, right? There won't be one single place. Everyone will just have everyone else's stuff because it's Web3. You can integrate it in someone else's website very easily. All right, so the last news item I saw today is on Cosmos, where there is a new DEX that's coming up. I don't know if there's a token that's going to be coming, but it's called Duality. Duality gives liquidity providers superpowers. Okay, it's a bit much there. Let's see what they say. Excuse me. With a novel mechanism, design, and incentive system. Duality is challenging the status quo of complicated, unsustainable DEXs. We know DEXs are unsustainable. Why are they unsustainable? Because they're losing money. They don't have enough revenue generation, okay? How do they attract users? They attract users by launching their own token, giving out that token for people to come and use their product. But after the token is run out, or after the token isn't worth it anymore, people don't come to the service, or people don't stay at the service. People are not sticky. They are mercenary. They leave and come and go very easily in crypto. So, if they're going to be giving out a token, I will have no hopes for it unless there is some really unique, novel value accrual to the token. Most of these blockchain tokens are worthless. Like, you look at Uniswap versus Ethereum. Would you rather hold Uniswap or Ethereum? Which is which, right? Fusing the best of AMMs and order books, Duality will unleash the full power of liquidity provisioning by bringing in simple, sustainable DEX to Cosmos. I really want to see how they're actually going to do this. A lot of buzzwords here. A lot of, superpowers. Unleash the full power. Like, oh man, like, bring it down, guys, bring it down. Let's read a bit more about it. They gave a really good overview of the differences, pros and cons of AMMs and order books. So, a pro of an AMM, which is an automatic market maker or automated, is liveness. The price is always changing every time. Computational efficiency is actually pretty easy in AMM. So then the composability. I can build a website. If I don't have to build my own swapping mechanism, I can just implement your AMM code. And then on top of that, you have order books. The pros of this is that it's capital efficient. It's tried and tested. Everyone knows how order books work. This is how the traditional finance system is built on order books. And it's familiar. People know it. The cons of AMMs, though, it's really complicated sometimes. People don't understand impermanent loss, unsustainable emission schemes, which is how they give out the tokens and all of that stuff. And it's also capital inefficient. We'll look at the cons of the order book, however. It's also computationally inefficient and it's non-composable. So you can't build stuff on top of order books very easily. You can build stuff on AMMs easily, but not on order books. The Duality has finished Duality's core code logic, now heavily testing. We'll be launching a testnet by the end of the year. Until then, we'll be sharing our white paper, documentation, and blog posts diving deep into the technologies that make Duality possible. Duality will launch on mainnet in Q1 2023. So we got a couple of months to test it out. They might have a token. Try and use that testnet, see how it goes. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it here. This has been Metaverse Explorer, non-financial advice. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you very much. I try and keep you and me up to date in crypto. I will see you very, very soon. Ciao for now.